to stretch this body. Oh, I'm so ready to get out, but I'm hungry. I need to cook me something. Woo! About to cook me something. Don't look like I know what I'm doing. I better get me some cooking tips from Gail. Gail, I need you to help me cook something really good as I stretch my way and eat my way into a great day. Let me see if my guy's out there. Oh, there he is. Oh, Gail, let's exercise. Gail, great age movement. Let's live stream. Come and watch us. Help, Gail.
Hi, happy Saturday, and welcome to the Great Age Movement at Home Lab Live Series in partnership with the Health Museum. Today, we are back in the kitchen with What the Fork and some kitchen stretches. Let's get started. As you know, with anything with stretching, any exercises we show you, it's all instructional. Always check with your doctor when you start a new exercise regimen. And if you feel pain, you should stop. We're going to start with loosening up our hips and our shoulders using our counter. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to place our hands on the counter, shoulder width apart. We're going to slowly walk our feet back until we get to the point of a straight back, straight legs, and straight arms. Just like this. And you're going to drop your head, bring your chin to your chest, and then raise your head before you look over the counter. Back and forth. You're going to be feeling stretches, the back of your legs, your calves, your hamstrings, your buttocks, and also your shoulders. Dropping your head, chin to chest, and raise it up to, let's do 10. Nice and slow, a 2-second count. 3, good. And 4, and 5. Taking your time, working on your breath, and continuing that constant stretch of your lower legs. 7, working our way to 10. 8, 9, one more, and 10. If the stretch is too much for you, bring your feet in and slightly bend your knees and your elbows. Just enough to where you're still in the assumed position. Raising your head and dropping your chin. Now we're going to turn our head side to side so the chin meets the shoulder. I'm going to go back to what I can do. You do what you can do, and we do it together. Keeping your legs and arms straight, you're going to turn your chin to your right. And then to your left, 2 seconds. Chin meets shoulder, high shoulder. And then we come back to the other side, keeping your back nice and straight. Working our way to 10. I got some easy breezy music on, keeping me relaxed while I stretch my body out. We have 4 more. 7. Let's look the other way, chin to shoulder. 8. 2 left. 9. You got this. 1 more. And 10. Then we're going to wag the tail. You're going to basically shift your hip over to your right and to the left. Really giving it a nice stretch all around your hips. Good. And it's going to shift all that stretching here. Really nice. And we're doing 10 as well, using the counter for balance support. Like I said, the modified version, you can bend your knees a little bit and your elbows and still wag the tail. There you go. Feel that stretch. Nice and slow. Working your way to 10. I'm moving back to my max. Side to side. That's 5. 5 more. 6. That's right. 7. You got this. 8. 2 right. And 10. Then we're going to slowly walk our feet up to the counter. Take a nice deep breath. Now we're going to stand the foot away from the counter with our palms at the edge. Arms are straight. And you may have to adjust your feet, but always keep your heels on the floor. And this exercise, we're basically stretching out our lower back, our hamstrings, the back of your legs, and your calves, and your neck. So it's a full body. You're going to bring your waist to the counter. As you bring your head up, you try to look at the ceiling. Now, if you can only go to here, that's fine. Here's fine. Just work slowly each time. So you're going to push yourself out. Bring your hips to the counter. As you bring your shoulders back and look at the ceiling. Nice and slow. Enjoy the stretch. We're doing 10. 3. So good. We're going to work our way up to that breakfast burrito. 4. 5. See how I get my neck involved, my lower back. Keeping my heels on the ground to enhance that stretch from my buttocks all the way down to my heels. 7. 3 left. 8. Oh, this feels so good. It's a great way to start your day. Getting that blood flow, getting your joints longer. 9. 1 left. And 10. Very good. Always being supported by the counter. Taking it easy. Now we're going to spread our legs more than shoulder width. Probably twice that distance, or best you can. If you can only do it to here, that's fine. Work your way out. Hold your counters, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to lean to one side as you keep your legs straight on the other side and land on your elbow. So you're getting a good leg stretch. You're stretching the inner thighs. You put a little pressure here to stretch. Then you get to the other side. Other side. Working your way to 10. That's 3. I'm feeling the beat. Nice stretch. Foot remains on the floor flat. And the stretch is really in here. Inner thighs. Good. I bear my weight onto the elbow, forearm, and wrist. You got this. That's 7. 8. I wish you could see the view. I'm looking at the ocean, which is equally relaxing. And 10. So that stretched out our inner thighs, and now we're going to work our way to the sink to do some squats. You're going to place your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to have the sink shoulder width apart, and you're just basically sitting back. Far as you can go, ideally to the seated position, and come forward. Bring your hips thrusting forward to the counter, and repeat. So we're really working our glutes, our hamstrings, quads, really the lower half of your body. Your core gets engaged here too. Good. All the way up, keeping your chin up, using the strength of your legs to lift your body. This is 5. And the last 5 I want to show you, if you want to be a little more comfortable and secure about how far to go, you can place your chair just behind you. Same thing, hands are shoulder width apart and our feet. And we reach back with our buttocks, touch the chair, and come up. Bring your hips to the counter, and again. Let's do 3 more. So good. But it's nice and slow like this. We got one left. And 10. Very nice. Coming up. I'm going to move my chair right back where it was. Still at the sink. We're going to do leg swings. Place your hip against the counter. Nice and tall, shoulders back. And you're going to take your toes of your right foot and reach back as you bend your hip. And then you're going to come forward, raise your leg. Again. This is 2. Inhale back. Swing your legs forward. Get that hip going. Flexors kick in. Working your way to 10. And if you can't go that high, that's okay. Touch the toe. You can touch the heel. Touch the toe. Do a little bit of a bend at the hip. Touch the heel. And I'm using the counter for holding myself, keeping myself aligned with the sink. Kicking my foot up. Let's do 2 more. And touch the toe, kick the foot up. Then we'll do the other side. Hip on the counter, foot up, bend back. Kick up, point your toe, leg straight. Reach back with your toes and bend forward. Like I said before, if you can only go to your heel or up this far, that's definitely okay. Then you go back and bend your hip. Really giving this buttocks a workout on the right. As you stretch, you're working on your balance, your core is involved, and you work your way all the way to 10. Put your hand on your hip if you like. You can just hold your leg like this. And you work your way, as I said before, to 10. One more. Touch your toe. And kick up. And take a deep breath. Oh, very nice. Now we're going to do our tricep and core. Tricep, back of your arms, and we're working our core here. You're going to stand next in front of a counter. Place your hands about a foot into the counter, enough to where when you drop your elbows, they land on the counter. And what you're going to do is we're going to stretch out those triceps and also work our core. So you're going to press into your palms, straighten your arms out, and bring your hips forward to the counter. You can look up again, or you can look straight, and you come down on your elbows. Slightly bend your knees, and bring your hips to the counter, back and forth. Good. All the things you're willing to do for a brunch burrito. All the way to 10. You can pick a number. You can do 5, you can do 10. The goal is just to do it nice and slow and really stretch out your body at its joints. Just like that. Oh yeah. My joints feel more agile as I'm working my way through these stretches. You don't have to do them all, you can pick out the ones you want, but I'm giving you just enough to start your day, be inspired. This is feeding the body what it needs. It's the warm-up before a good day of activities. Work your way, one more to 10. Excellent, that's 10. Now I'm going to back up to the up counter. Lean on it, lift my butt. And I'm just going to do marching in place, so to speak, but it's much slower. We're going to raise our knee as high as we can, try to get higher than the counter. And down. 2 seconds for each one. 1, 2. High as you can tolerate. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 3. There you go. You got this. 1, 3. 1, 4. Almost there. 1, 4. 1, 5. I just switched the last number, 1, 6, to count my reps here. Good. Going to 10. 1, 7. 1, 8. It's so easy to use your kitchen to do many things beyond cooking. You don't have to be at a gym, you can do it right here in our homes. And stretching is always important before you put the muscles to work. Last one. 1, 10. And 1, 10. I want to show you one more stretch before we present with the foot. You're going to stand the foot away from the counter, shoulder width apart your feet. I'm using 2 towels that can be hand towels, washcloth, just enough to slide. And what we're going to do is we're going to step. You may have to adjust your feet again, like I said earlier. And keeping your legs straight, your back straight, you're going to slide your hands along the counter as you go out. See how straight my back is? Feeling that stretch from my hips all the way down to my feet. 2. That's right. Keep your chin up, look straight ahead. I'm looking at you to tell you the instructions. 3. Almost there. Sliding your hands together. We're really also ranging our shoulders. 4. And like I said earlier, you just go as far as you can tolerate. You might not have the range of motion in the shoulders. You may only go to here and back. You're engaging your core. You're stretching the back of your legs. You're stretching out your shoulders. Getting the full body in. 4 more. 1. Inhale. 2. 2 out. 3. Last one. Remember on this one, keep your chin up and your back straight and your legs straight the whole time. And 4. Now we just take a nice deep breath. Our hands in front of us. We're going to do a full circle. Inhale. Blow out. One more time. And we'll see you in just a few seconds for Back in the Kitchen. Hi, and welcome back to the kitchen for
What the
Introducing Alex, his first debut. He's usually behind the screen, and now here he is making one of his favorite healthy brunch items. Tell us about it.
Thank you so much for having me, Fritz, and all of our GAM friends out there. This is one of my favorite quick go-to breakfast brunch items. It's crunchy, it's nutritious, so we get all of that texture and nutrients, and it really starts your day off. You don't feel super heavy about it. So,
That's right.
especially after we stretch or do any kind of workouts, we want protein back in our body.
Okay, so tell me about the brunch burrito.
Yeah, so our main protein source that we are going to be using today is egg and Greek yogurt.
Oh.
Fritz Fritz here is going to start doing some slicing and dicing for us.
Okay.
And this is a really quick recipe to put together.
What's the ingredients?
Yeah, so if we're working on this, what we want to do is we want to do all of our preparation first. So our assembly is going to be super quick. So first, Fritz is going to start by slicing these beautiful heirloom tomatoes that we saw at the grocery store the other day. I believe tomato season is coming to an end, so we still have some beautiful ones left. So if you see these, grab these. They are
Now, what happens if I don't like tomatoes? What can I use in lieu of tomatoes?
any other vegetable that you have in your fridge, really. Sunday brunch to me is kind of like going through. We have a very active kitchen. The kitchen is always the most active place in the house. We stretch it and we look at it. So any kind of vegetables that you have lying around, so you can do bell peppers, really just about anything that you have. We're also going to be putting some pickles in there, which is going to give us that nice briny, salty flavor.
Yes.
A little bit of hot sauce. And so while you're slicing those, I think the thing that binds all of this together is a smear that I made based off of Greek yogurt. If we can all see that over there. This is 2%.
Okay.
And this is great because that is going to give us healthy fats, protein, and Greek yogurt is great for probiotics as well, which is fantastic for gut health.
Yes. And I'm lactose intolerant, so what can I use instead of yogurt?
Just about anything that you have lying around. I think a great one would be hummus.
Oh, hummus.
Which is absolutely delicious
Yeah.
and always available to us. So Fritz, while you start slicing up those tomatoes, I'm going to work on the sauce over here.
Okay.
So
what kind? I need a knife. What kind of tools do I need?
yeah, you just need a knife, grater. We're going to grate the garlic into this, and a pan. Things that we all already have. This is nothing that you need to go out and get any fancy equipment or any fancy grocery.
Yeah. Okay.
So to this bowl, I'm probably going to put, once I get the packaging open, that's lovely. I'm going to put, let's say, 2 or 3 heaping spoonfuls of this Greek yogurt. And Fritz, I think a lot of people, when we think of yogurt for breakfast, we have the tendency to kind of think of yogurt as a sweet thing, but really, just plain Greek yogurt is such a staple that all of us should really have in our kitchen because you can make it into something salty and savory too, and it's kind of like a really good substitute for sour cream or something like that, and it still packs all those nutrients. So I'm just peeling this garlic clove right here.
So far we've discussed tomatoes, yogurt, and the garlic and the tortillas. Is there anything else you would need for this?
Yes, we also have some eggs going.
Maybe a sharp knife?
Yeah, definitely a knife. We all have a good knife in our kitchen.
This
That
one's not
is
sharp at all.
the most important tool. You're doing a fantastic job over there, Fritz.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a little grater like this, and I'm going to grate this garlic into the Greek yogurt. Now, raw garlic is very potent, so I would say maybe half a clove to about a quarter or so cup of Greek yogurt should be good enough. It packs a punch. And the garlic's really good for boosting our immune system too. I know flu season is starting to come up with us.
And regulate blood pressure.
Yeah. So
Contributes to it. But yeah, remember, exercise is really important with your diet. You need to tie in the two, and then you really see results.
right. So to that Greek yogurt and garlic now, I'm going to put some salt,
Okay.
which is going to really make this so absolutely delicious, and it infuse all that flavor in there. So see, it does kind of look like a sour, creamy consistency.
Yeah, totally.
Certainly when you're cooking in your own home by yourself, you can taste as you go and tweak the flavoring to your preferences. We're making enough right here for 2 of us, so I know Sarah, our friend at the beginning, she's always checking out that man outside the window, so this is enough for you and a friend. So our sauce is good to go. We have some of this beautiful fresh dill that's going to go over that, and I am just going to roughly chop it. There's no science or really fancy techniques in this.
Tell me about dill. What does dill do to the food?
Dill has like a very herby taste to it. So a lot of the times with pickles, it's brined with dill. It goes really good with seafood. Just a very kind of like earthy tasting roughest. Chop, nothing fancy. This all comes together very quickly once we get everything cooked and ready to go. So Fritz has these beautiful tomato slices for us, but when we're building our burrito, it's very important that we don't put too much liquid in it because nobody wants a soggy burrito with lots of salt. So salt is a great tool in our kitchen too, so you can see how juicy these are. So if we sprinkle just a little bit of salt on top of the tomatoes, what the salt is going to do, it's going to start to break down the cell structure of the plant and release some of that extra moisture. So we don't have a lot of tomato juice running around the inside of our burrito.
Yes.
So, dill, sauce, here easy. We just got some already pre-sliced dill chips. And then we have these great multi-grain tortilla wraps. If you look at these, Fritz, they're a bit larger than a typical taco would be.
And I would say the tortilla is like a staple in the South. Literally. I think I had breakfast tacos.
Yeah.
So yummy.
So
there's varieties of tortillas, you know, right?
yeah, these are whole grain ones, so that's going to put a lot of fiber and really help us get a jump start to our today healthy carbs.
And I've seen it in spinach form. They have
Regular
white tortilla.
Yeah, they have flour. I don't think I've ever seen corn this large. If you're trying to do low carb, you could maybe substitute it for one of those butter lettuce wraps. You can do that, especially if you're gluten free. So that's certainly.
But you do need fiber in your diet, and this is great.
Right. This is good, healthy fiber, good carbs.
Sure.
So whenever I'm prepping anything, I kind of like to build it like a station. So I'm going to put everything that we need right over here. And then I had back here earlier, we have some eggs that we scrambled up real quick. Nothing fancy.
These were free range eggs, brown.
I know, look how like great and yellow and fantastic those yolks were on those eggs. Alright, now we are ready to assemble. Pretty much. See how quick and easy that was? So what we're going to do is we are going to take a nice heaping tablespoon of our schmear.
And then scrambling eggs just takes what, 5 minutes?
Not even 5 minutes, maybe like a minute or two.
Super easy brunch item.
So remember, when we're packing this tortilla up, we don't want to overload it because we still have to roll this. So I'm going to spread that smear and leave maybe an inch around the border of that. So this is kind of like a glue that's going to hold all of our ingredients together and give us just all of that flavor. That's great. Then I'm going to take some of that dill that we chopped up and just sprinkle it in there. There's no big science to this, guys. Alright, let's want some more eggs. For 2 people, I would say 3 eggs should be enough, because again, we don't want to overstuff. And when we're laying all of our ingredients out, if we look at our tortilla and kind of slice it into thirds, we want to put the ingredients towards the lower third part because we're going to roll it. We don't want all those ingredients in
That's a good point. That's a good point, because I tend to put mine in the center. But we're trying to close it by a full wrap.
Fritz, do you think for brunch, are you more of a savory or sweet kind of person?
I like savory sweet.
Savory sweet. Right. See how we're still leaving a little bit of room, but keeping everything down here.
Lovely.
Those tomatoes are looking fantastic, Fritz. You're a great job.
All I do is just slice one tomato.
And then we're just going to dab off some of that extra juice. See how much moisture?
Oh, yeah.
That's how much moisture came out because of that salt.
So that will just weaken the integrity of the tortilla. That's why you're doing that?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
So all of our GAM friends out there, when you're on live stream, leave us a comment down below and let us know what your favorite breakfast or brunch item is, or if you're a savory or sweet kind of person.
Yeah.
I definitely love savory.
It's looking really pretty.
So we're going to put 2 more tomato slices on there.
Okay.
Got these lovely pickle chips.
Which are garlic.
So that just ties all of our flavors already together.
It's really enhancing the garlic flavor.
Yeah. Again, if you don't like pickles, add whatever you want in there. Because the pickles are going to give us that crunch that we want in here.
Yes.
You can do, if you have some leftover tortilla chips, crumble those and put those in here for some extra crunch. I don't know if you mad at that. Alright. So this is probably the most difficult part of this whole thing, and it's not even that bad, is we're going to do the roll now.
Okay.
So we're going to take you guys can see, again, like I told you, you're going to put everything towards the lower third.
There you go.
So we have this whole lower third area, so we are going to take...
This is for the roll.
Yeah. I'm going to take the two sides right here, tuck them in just a little bit like that, and we have this extra, and then we're just going to roll, and then keep tucking and rolling.
Look at that.
And then we just have a beautiful little packaged burrito.
Now, then you're going to have to put it
Yeah,
on
so you certainly could stop here, but what's going to elevate this is we're going to head back to the stove top. I have our egg pan right here. We can just put these eggs for later onto here.
Yeah.
And I am all about ease, so I'm just going to dump out some of the egg residue that we used earlier and just reuse that pan. Because on a Sunday morning, we are not trying to have 50 million pans lying around. So we just do that. We have a pretty semi-clean pan. I'm going to be a little further back, so I'm putting the stovetop on medium. And then I'm going to take just a little knob of butter and put that in our pan and start melting that around.
Now the scrambled eggs are already warm inside the tortilla.
Yeah.
Now we're going to tan the tortilla to give you that crunch.
That is a great analogy for the And I think this whole activity that we did this morning is so, it emphasizes how versatile our kitchens can be. We can use a gym now, and now we are whipping us up
A healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
And we can spend all morning in the kitchen.
Alright, so secrets, how we have some melted butter around, not too hot, just medium, because we don't want to burn anything.
Very nice. Now, what else can you use besides butter? What happens if you don't use butter? You only have olive oil.
You absolutely use olive oil, and really any kind of fat is what you're going to put in there, so whatever your cooking fat is, so olive oil, and a lot of people use ghee now, which is more clarified, like fancier type of butter. Oh, I forgot to put in there. If you want hot sauce, we're in the South, everybody loves hot sauce. Throw some sriracha in there. Salsa even. Salsa would be delicious.
Pico de gallo.
So I'm going to carefully pick up our little beautiful package. This is like a gift to yourself and your friends in the morning. And I'm going to go over to the stove. And I'm just going to plop it right in there. And you might hear just a little bit of a sizzle. Our microphone isn't close enough, so we're not going to get that sound.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to let this hang out there for a little bit.
What's the temperature again on this?
I have it on medium. We're not searing a steak or anything, so you don't want it.
So what are we looking for in terms
Ridiculously
of time? Like it's starting to brown?
Yeah, about 2 minutes. You'll start to hear a little bit of like a sizzle going on, so that means we're going in the right direction.
Okay.
I know at the Health Museum, we learn a lot about all of our senses, and cooking is certainly one of those things you use every single one of your senses, not just taste. So we're listening for the sound on the stove top. We're looking for the right consistency. Definitely smelling on things are maybe getting a little too burnt for us.
Yeah.
And absolutely taste is the ultimate factor of everything. So let's see how this is doing. I'm getting just a little bit of a sizzle. Prince, what is your go-to breakfast?
It just depends on the morning. I'm quick, so I definitely like a little bit of protein, a little bit of muffin or tortilla in my breakfast. I burn a lot of calories with my job, and I would say the classic breakfast taco, which generally for me is potato and eggs.
So for seniors, what do you think is one of the most impactful nutrients that we need more of in our diets?
Well, I think protein is essential. Your muscles atrophy over time, and if you do your exercises as a lifestyle, it doesn't have to be extreme. It could be low impact exercises. It could be walking. It could be always including some stretching. But you'll need the calories and you'll need protein for your muscles.
And about how much does the average person need for protein?
It just depends on your weight and height. This is what your doctor assess you for and help you build a profile on your blood pressure, your vital signs, your body, your body weight, and your the amount of fat you have on your body, and also just a full blood panel, which will show you your electrolytes and how rich your blood is. So it all depends on that. But everything with moderation and being consistent with eating your meals, eating it on time every day is important. Just like when you take medicines, to take it at the same time every day.
And we were talking earlier about those good healthy fats that are in things like eggs and yogurt. What does that help for our body with those healthy fats?
Well, that might be a little more detailed for the show. There's your LDLs and your HDLs, and you just have to eat some things based on what's out there right now.
So I'm just
like guidelines, like the Dietetics Association.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just kind of babysitting this guy over here and just slightly tilting that edge of the burrito that created that seam at the bottom.
Yes.
Where we finished the burrito, and I see a little bit of browning coming up, and so when we see that golden brown color, that is going to equate to crispiness when this is done. So it just adds that extra layer of texture. Do you hear that?
Uh-huh.
That's that sizzle noise that we want. So I just flipped it. We're going to the other side for a little bit.
I can see the final product.
Yeah, I think that looks fantastic. What do you think?
How about you place it on that?
Yeah.
And we can hold it up to the screen.
So yeah, seal all my. That's okay.
Yes. So as you can see here, the end product.
See how we have all of that nice, crunchy, golden brown goodness on the outside?
So in summary for this brunch wrap, you have your tortilla, which provides your fiber. You have your eggs, which gives you your protein. You have your tomatoes with antioxidants, vitamin C. Then you have your yogurt, which is additional protein and probiotics, which is great for your intestines. And also we have a little bit of dill, and we use hot sauce, like you said, and definitely a little bit of salt.
Yeah, so if you look at that little crosscut that we did, you can just see all of those delicious ingredients. It's not overstuffed. And all of these things are healthy and good for us, but the way we seasoned it just elevated all the flavors, so it's a nice, nutritious treat that we can have for brunch.
And that is...
with a lovely cup of coffee.
Yeah. That is our brunch wrap, and we hope you enjoyed it. Now, you can always review these videos on Great Age Movement Facebook page. You definitely see it live and recorded on the Health Museum's Facebook page. And we're adding it to our blog, which is on our website, thegreatage.org. You can see prior videos, which we do every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Fantastic.
So, in summary, kitchen stretches and a delicious burrito wrap can start your weekend just right. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday. That's October the 10th.
Bon appetit, everyone. Yes.
October 10th. And we look forward to seeing you, and enjoy your weekend.
I know we're about to enjoy this burrito.
Yes. Have a great weekend.
Thanks so much, everyone.